Brokenness, the 10-letter word. Brokenness, the 10-letter word. What power does the word brokenness have over you? Let me share what the word brokenness has over me periodically in my life. Broke, loosely defined, apart, in pieces, shattered, not put together, and incomplete. Broken, process of being incomplete and being taken apart. Brokenness, the state of being incomplete, operating in a shattered mindset, and pieces of the picture or puzzle are missing. I had to define each stage so that I could grasp what the full word meant. Brokenness can be taken negatively or positively. Let's start with what may seem like the negative side of things. Being incomplete, shattered, and missing pieces at times is very difficult to acknowledge when I'm in the state of brokenness. Because when you acknowledge a thing, you have to make a decision to own and do something about it, or own and pretend it is not there. When I'm in a state of brokenness, on the negative side of things, I first want to go through denial. Who wants to admit that they are broken? You want to be whole and want to give the appearance of being whole. Yet the reality is that part of your brokenness is due to you not dealing with the little chip or crack in your armor that you ignored. The warning signs were there, but you flagged them off as though they were someone else's. In the early stages of the chip or the crack, it was when the work needed to start. Investigate what caused the chip or crack, digging into it to make sure you're getting the root, allowing yourself to acknowledge your role in the chip or crack, and then getting the repair kit out to seal and fix the chip or crack before it spreads. Whoa, that was some good stuff right there. And guess what? It wasn't there when everything was broke. You see, when I get into my brokenness scenarios, I too play a role in my shattered state, ignoring warning signs, brushing them off because I'm too busy, and thinking I will deal with them later. Reminder, this is me talking about me. I am not describing anyone else's brokenness. Okay, so Jamie, when does the positive side of brokenness come in? I have had some success in paying attention to the chip and crack before it become overly broken. That tends to happen when I'm being mindful of my self-care, when I'm allowing myself to have downtime where I can focus on what is new and different in my ecosystem. The positive to brokenness is that it is a reminder that there is an opportunity to be made whole, to put the puzzle pieces back together, that you don't have to stay in brokenness, that it is worth the fight to return to a complete me and learn the smoke signals before the chip or crack has an opportunity to manifest. The other positive that comes out of brokenness is the ability to help others in their broken state and help them to prevent the brokenness in the future. Getting out of brokenness is not a solo sport. If you are too shattered, it can become overwhelming to look at the pieces and try to put them back together. Also, brokenness does not happen overnight. It has a process to it, and the reversal of that process will take time. There are no brokenness meters or signals on people. If it was, then we would all be overwhelmed by the sheer magnitude of those around us that are living daily with various levels of brokenness. Because we don't know the level of brokenness that the people around us is going through, we should be kind. We should think about how we feel in our brokenness and show empathy as we encounter someone who may be in brokenness. Like I mentioned, I was talking about my brokenness. It would not be fair for me to talk about someone else's brokenness because I don't know how they got there and how they're going to necessarily get out. But I do have some questions for you. Are you walking around in brokenness? Are you putting on your bravery cape each day so that no one can tell? Are you trying to use the inexpensive super glue to try to put the pieces back together on a surface instead of dealing with the roots?